By the way, it was really cool to see that, especially with that being something you've talked about for a long time. So, Bugsy with the 15 stream streak, appreciate you, man. Hello, welcome to Notre Dame. This is where the Fighting Irish go to lose, apparently. No, we lost the game earlier. Obviously, we lost the game. Who did we lose to? I completely forgot who we lost to. I'm pretty sure it was a good team. Dude, or Clemson. We lost to Clemson. Okay, so we're okay losing to Clemson. We beat at the time number 4 Michigan. We beat Michigan State in East Lansing. And we beat Duke in a very tough ACC game. Today, North Carolina, USC, Wake Forest, which ought to be a very interesting match considering the offense we run. Mills a fan of Reese's? Come on, baby. I've got, dude, Hershey World is legitimately with well, I guess, what is it, hour and a half, maybe north, Revel, from Baltimore. And for those you don't know, Hershey Park is an amusement park based around the company Hershey. Everything they do is, there's like a peanut butter cup area and like a Hershey Kiss area and all this stuff. Everything they do is kind of themed around Hershey. But right outside of Hershey Park, they have
power comes great responsibility.
Anonymous gifter going to Thuney. Thuney immediately getting subbed up. Appreciate that. Thank you so much for opening the dude sending. Opening the dude sending on this beautiful Sunday morning. Yeah, so outside of Hershey, though, they have Hershey World. And let me explain to you, chat. Hershey World is the greatest place on the planet Earth. It is free to get in. They sell Chocolate World, yep. They sell all of the things that Hershey makes, whether you can find them in stores or not. They have an area that sells literally every piece of candy and chocolate they own. They sell merchandise. You can do tours of the chocolate factory. Saltine Cracker with a Prime Gaming 11-month resub. Welcome back to the squad, dude. You can take tours of the entire factory. You can do the chocolate history, the history of chocolate, the history of Hershey's chocolate tour, where you get a little candy bar, a little mini candy bar at the end. Fantastic. They have an ice cream parlor, right? They have a cafe there that you can eat multiple different things, not just ice cream and chocolate. Like, they actually have a decent cafe built into it. It is the best place I've ever been to. And when you walk in, no. So when you go, the entry is free. The tours cost money, Talby. Yeah, the tours cost money when you go through, but going in there to like shop around and see all the stuff is all free. I think you can do the Hershey tour, the inside tour, like the history of Hershey. You can do that for free too. Let me be very clear about this. When you walk in, so when you're in Hershey, Pennsylvania, right? There's a waft in the air. It is the history tour is free. The waft is good during the day. At night, it turns bad. We won't talk about night at Hershey. Night at Hershey is a nightmare. But during the day, there's a waft. You go into Chocolate World, chat, and it smells like you walked into a giant chocolate bar. I'm not kidding. You walk in and the sense of milk and cocoa or cacao, however you want to call it, all of those things hits you through the door. You have no choice, zero choice, but to buy and eat and partake of the chocolate. No, this is not Vegas. This is in Hershey, Pennsylvania. And while you're there, because it's very close, the Turkey Hill Tea and Ice Cream Factory is right down the street. Like 20 minutes down the street. You can make your own ice cream. You can flavor and make your own ice cream. And look at all their teas. By the way, Turkey Hill, one of the best teas in the country. You can't prove me otherwise. There is no proof otherwise that Turkey Hill doesn't make some of the most addicting, like green teas, black teas, all kinds of teas. So, yep. Your buddies speak very highly of Hershey in the park. So Hershey Park is pretty good. It's not great. It's pretty good. I think Knables is better. And that's kind of like further north in Pennsylvania. And Knables was weird. Is it Knables? People call it different things. What's weird about Knables is When you go to Knoebels, it's free admission to go to Knoebels, and you pay per ride. Knoebels is free, yes. Yeah, pay per ride, right? And Knoebels, again, very cool. Turkey Hill, the ice cream makes tea, yes. Turkey Hill has tea, yes. Turkey Hill has tea, yes. Yeah, so you go to Knoebels and it's free, but you pay per ride, and it's one of the, like I've only been there once, and it was a magical place. Somehow or another, Central Pennsylvania has become my home away from home. I'm not sure how, but like Lancaster, Hershey, Ellisburg, Allentown, all of those places, even like you want to go a little more east to like the Philadelphia, New Jersey border, somehow or another, it's become my home away from home. So Lancaster, I'm not calling it Lancaster. I will never call it Lancaster. I see the shirts. I know what they are. I will never call it Lancaster. Okay? Baltimore born and bred, Timmy. Yes, I've been to Shady Maple multiple times. Yeah, it's weird. Like, look, all right, I'll call it Lancaster. You ready? Lancaster. Love Lancaster. Love their local community festivals. Yeah, Allentown does a great job. Yep. Locals call it Lancaster. They call it Lancaster. That's the thing, because they have a shirt that even says Lancaster. By the way, get there early enough in Lancaster. There is now this is more downtown Lancaster. It's not a farmer's market. It's more of I guess it's a regular market where a lot of places come and you can buy meats and cheeses and pickles and pierogies and all kinds of stuff. I think they're open until 3. Fantastic place to get some breakfast. I've been to Dorney Park before. I was never a big fan of Dorney Park. Never a big fan of Dorney Park. Isn't Sesame Place up there too? Isn't Sesame Place in Pennsylvania? Or is that closed? My mom used to take me to Sesame Place all the time when I was younger. Like every summer we would have one. Uprise Music Fest. Ooh, Uncle Teddy talking my language. Sesame is more north, but it's closer to the east side though, right? Okay. The Northeast U.S. makes no sense to me. California boy don't understand how you can go to the middle of another state as a home away from home. Middle of another state is like an hour and a half away from Baltimore, yeah. So, yeah, so that was great. I do want to talk real quickly because I know we're gonna play some college football, but real quick, the announcement last night. By the way, we're gonna talk about San Diego Comic-Con and the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I will not spoil Deadpool for you. That's not what we're doing here. But if you do not want to hear who was announced last night as a main character in the upcoming MCU villain, or main villain in the upcoming MCU stuff, turn off for about 10 minutes and come back. Just a heads up, I'm going to talk about it. I know some people like to dodge San Diego Comic-Con talk or Hall H Marvel stuff. We are going to talk about it. So because I want to explain where my excitement comes from. I've seen some people talk briefly about how they are worried or don't like the choice. Last night, Marvel did their big MCU talk at Comic-Con. They talked about Captain America Brave New World, which looks awesome, by the way. I absolutely love that Harrison Ford is playing Thunderbolt Ross. I think he's perfect for the part. I think he's going to be great as Thunderbolt Ross. And the fact that they're bringing Red Hulk into the MCU, I cannot wait to get a Red Hulk, Green Hulk standoff. Because at some point, we're getting that. Awesome. Thunderbolts, I think the way they announced it was really cool. Having not announced it, but bringing the cast on. For those of you who didn't see it, David Harbour, the entire cast was up on the stage. So Thunderbolts is Marvel's type of like Suicide Squad almost, where it's villains, but they're playing heroes in a team. So it's Florence Pugh as God, I can never remember her name. Black Widow's sister, other widow. Sebastian Stan is reprising his role as the Winter Soldier / Bucky Barnes. Yelena, thank you. And a bunch of other villains that are going to be in that group. David Harbour, who plays the Red Guardian, who we met in the Black Widow movie, showed up in the crowd in his full black Red Guardian garb, speaking Russian, like in a Russian accent, talking about how this is the best team they've ever been involved with. He gets up to halfway to the stage, turns around and sees everybody, goes, wait a second, I thought we were all dressing up for this. Kind of funny. I mean, planned, don't get me wrong, but funny in its own right. David Harbour is an incredible actor. I think David Harbour is probably going to be the heart and soul of this movie. So I'm really excited to see that. We're getting power just flickered, chat. That's not good. If you lose me, you know why. I wasn't assassinated. And then number 3 was they talked about the future of the Avengers franchise. First of all, they brought the Russos back. The Russos will be back and directing both Avengers movies, which are coming out in May of 2026 and May of 2027. Those are the 2 Avengers movies that are coming up. Plus, we're getting a Fantastic Four movie as of yesterday, July 27th. The Fantastic Four movie is releasing July 27th, 2025. And it goes into production Tuesday. Kevin Feige said that it's coming out in a year and they're going into production on Tuesday. That's insane to me. That is insane to me. The Avenger, well, Boston, it's funny you mentioned the old cast because we're going to go into the names of the Avengers movies. They're going to have Avengers Secret War is going to be the movie in 2027, but 2026 will be Avengers Doomsday. And they brought out Victor Von Doom. And they announced the actor who was there. They brought out a bunch of Doombots standing on stage and said, only one man is talented enough to play Victor Von Doom. The Doombots spread. A Doom in much brighter green walked to the front of the stage and playing Victor Von Doom, Dr. Doom, will be none other than Iron Man himself, Robert Downey Jr. Now, a lot of you are going to ask, how does this work? How can Iron Man, the dude that was Iron Man the entire MCU, what the hell is going on with the power? How is